Morning.
Good morning.
Good.
Listen, my hair is a little funny today. I don't know what's happening.
It looks good.
Okay.
Got some blonde
Just
highlights
like
poking through.
be right there.
I like it.
Thank you.
Looks great.
I have a hair appointment on Wednesday.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Where do you go?
I go to, I believe it's pronounced Mauve, but I see a gal named Holly who I've
Okay.
seen for so long, and I love her, and I just follow wherever she goes.
Nice.
She used to own a salon down on Pacific Ave called
Okay.
a Tune Collective.
Yep.
And then she closed that down. She just moved to Mauve. So
Yeah. You're loyal to your barber.
I'll tell you what, ladies,
hairstylist.
know that it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's not just like a thing, like once you find somebody, you want to stay with them, but it's also like a weird dynamic. If you do need something and that person's not available and you go to somebody else.
Oh, yeah, you're
it's like
cheating on them.
cheating on them.
Yeah. I felt that way. I went to the same barber in Tacoma for a very long time.
Yeah.
And he is very popular. So like it's hard to get an appointment.
Yes.
And it became a scheduling issue where like I kept needing haircuts and I kept like I would need to reschedule because had something come up and I'd have to push it like 10 days out.
Yeah.
So I stopped going to him, which felt like a breakup.
Right.
And I think I had this perception that I had a specific haircut that only he could do or something.
Right.
But then I realized I just have a basic men's haircut. So now I go just to a barbershop in Renton.
And you go pretty often.
I go every like 10 days and they know what they're doing. Like I stopped worrying so much about it.
Yeah.
And if it messed up, it'll grow out. That's my perception.
Totally. And I love that for you. Mine's not that way. Mine is very specific. It's not a generic, like this is a girl's haircut.
Yeah.
And the process is called balayage. And so she has like she's like a little chemist back there putting together chemicals and colors. And I could not trust myself going to somebody else.
I get it.
You know?
I go in there, I say medium skid fade, a little bit off the top. And they know what to do.
Same.
And it always looks
exactly
the same.
What I say. Just kidding. A little bit off the top.
How are you today?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. I am good. I do feel like I was just saying before we started recording, like I haven't had anything to eat and I just like am like a little shaky. I keep drinking coffee instead. Which,
that's great. That'll fill you up.
It'll get me through. It's going to do something. I'll tell you that much.
Good.
How are you?
Never been better.
Never better. I'm so excited to hear about this weekend.
Yeah. There was some sarcasm there. I'm in a little rough shape. I almost asked to cancel today, but I canceled on you last week.
Well,
and I felt bad. So I'm here an hour late, but
I saw an Instagram story of you with some flight issues.
Yeah.
And I was like, was that today? Like I was losing track of what it looked like it was 17 hours ago. So I was like, okay, maybe you got home yesterday. I'm sure we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. But yesterday was the travel day from hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we just start there? What do we do? We've missed 4th of July.
We did. We have a lot to catch up on. This is episode 70. I did look it up. That's the platinum anniversary.
Wow.
So for those lucky enough to have been married for 70 years, that's the platinum anniversary that they celebrate.
How often do you think that happens?
Pretty rare.
Yeah.
I think you'd have had to get married. Actually, I think Brian's grandparents almost made it to 75 years.
What?
Yeah, because I think they were married in like 20.
Yeah.
And his grandpa passed at like 95 or something. So it's almost 75 years. Crazy. It was either almost 70 or almost 75. Either way, that's a lot of time.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So happy platinum anniversary.
Wow. Yes. I'm assuming my platinum ring is on the way.
It's on the way. It's 2 days delayed.
Got it.
But it'll be here on Wednesday from Amazon.
From Amazon.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know which way do you want to go? Let's just go normal. 2 weekends ago.
4th of July.
Yeah. How was your 4th of July weekend?
It was really fun. We went so a little bit different because usually we host.
Yes.
We love to have people over. We used to host when we lived on North 30th. And then when we first bought the house that we're in now, one of my favorite 4th of Julys that we had there was when the house wasn't renovated, but it was vacant.
Okay.
And so literally like the whole house was empty and everybody just brought like tables and grills and chairs and we lived our best lives. The kids destroyed the interior of the home, but it didn't matter. Like, it's like all that's coming out. And so, so we've done that the last few years at my house. So anyways, this year I was a little bit like, I don't think I would mind taking a year off of hosting and getting out of town.
Yeah.
So Shannon invited our family and Kelly's family up to their cabin that they have in Ronald. So right outside of Roslyn.
I know Ronald very well. Yeah. Right next to Roslyn and Cleellum.
Correct. And so
I sent a listing in Ronald this morning to a client.
Did you?
I did.
Are you going to go up and see it?
If they are interested.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a great spot.
Yeah.
Like, and just all the little towns around. Roslyn's super cute. Clayelum's got some fun stuff. Obviously, we love Suncadia.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, though, it gets windy out there.
Yeah.
And we've noticed it at Suncadia the times we've been there before. We're like, oh, a little breezy. But so backing up. So we left on a Thursday.
Okay.
And what was hilarious, this is just indicative of my family. We're like, yeah, we're going to get on the road probably around like 1:30 or 2. We had both Chad and I had a couple things in the morning commitment wise that we had to take care of. And so we get in the car and it's 1:30 and I'm like, okay, I just got to drop this thing off at the mailbox and I have to pick up some dog food and then we're out of here. And somehow those two activities ended up taking at least an hour.
Yeah.
So we were in the car at 1:30, but we didn't leave Tacoma until 2:30.
Okay.
And then we proceeded to hit traffic like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to the destination until after 7.
Okay.
So a good 5 hours
That's long.
plus.
And it should not take that long.
It shouldn't. We did stop in North Bend.
Nice. Where'd you stop?
We stopped. There's a little coffee shop out there that Chad likes.
What's it called? The Huck's Daughter or whatever?
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but it's something like that.
Something.
Huck's.
Haux or something tricky like that.
Mm-hmm. There's one of those in Renton.
Okay.
I think there's 2 in the chain, and one of them's in Renton.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And we just, for us, we love a little pit stop. We love a little stop for a pick-me-up.
Yep.
And we happen to be near the outlets. Pick-me-up pit stop. So for us, we go to that one coffee shop. Chad and I get something. The girls they decline. They're like, no, we kind of wanted Starbucks. So if we're going to go someplace, we'd like Starbucks. So we're like, okay, totally. We had promised them Starbucks, so it's fine.
So you also went to Starbucks?
Yeah. But first we took another pit stop at the outlets. And so we were like, is there anything here? A little quick breeze through Nike. Didn't find anything. Go to Starbucks. It's one of those things where we were in the drive-through and they made me a drink in a larger size. And like, oops, sorry about that. Here you go. And I was like, oh, actually, there's a reason I order an 8 out. Like, there's something about the ratio of that size that I prefer. And I also am like, I kind of want what I ordered.
Yeah.
Not just like, sorry about that. Here you go. And so I said, if you don't mind remaking it, we'll pull around. We need to use the restroom anyways.
Yeah.
So then we just kept adding on time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the 5 hours is really on me.
Okay. It should have been 2 hours, 2.5.
Should have been 2, but the 3 hours you spent North Bend. No, just kidding. But the traffic was bad. Yeah. The I-90 had construction and blah, blah, blah. But luckily the weekend prior, when we went to the dog park, we sat in 3 hours of traffic and really trained ourselves on how to handle that.
Totally.
So it was like easy breezy.
Nothing.
So
traffic is bad everywhere lately. I don't know if you've noticed. You've obviously noticed. But Alan Miller. Hey, Alan. Wonder if he calls me next. Traffic everywhere is horrendous. And that's part of my story last night.
Okay. Yeah. I can't wait to hear about your stories.
It's me, great.
It's a tough thing. It's like, I don't mind being in the car as long as it's moving.
Yeah.
It's the sitting still for me that's like, I can't stand it.
We live in an area with a lot of people.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much.
So anyways, once we get there, they've got a great space. So their family owns a cabin out there, and they also brought a trailer. So it's just we had a bunch of space. Also who came was Lene, who is Shannon's sister, and her husband. They have a new baby named Rye.
Oh, how do you spell Rye?
I'm guessing R-Y-E,
like rye bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Shannon's little boy is named Cy, short for Cyrus.
Okay.
And so with one of my girls, when they heard that their cousin's name was Rye, she asked, short for Ryrus.
That's really funny.
It was great.
That's good.
So we called the baby.
Was she saying that like seriously or as a joke? Genuinely.
And I hate to throw her under the bus, but it's my oldest. And so, you just thought.
No, it's a good joke. She should have played it off as a joke.
Totally. Obviously, baby Ryrus.
That's funny.
So the weekend was great. I'll try to go quickly. For the actual 4th, we went into Suncadia's property.
Yep.
And down at Nelson Farm, they were advertising live music, food trucks, free activities for the kids. I was like, I know Nelson Farm, great area. This is going to be a blast.
Is Nelson Farm within Suncadia? I don't know what Nelson Farm is.
Yes, sorry, correct. So it's like there's different parts in Suncadia, and Nelson Farm has its own, like it's still all part of Suncadia, but it has like a different pool area. There's this huge, really fun playground area.
Is that where the Frisbee golf is at?
It might be. They have some axe throwing over there.
Okay.
And it actually used to be a dairy farm, I'm pretty sure is
cool.
what it was. So anywho, we are there, and we had spent the day at the lake, and then we got dressed and went over to
Lake
Nelson
Cleellum?
Farm.
Okay.
That's a great question. I'm guessing, yeah, that's probably right.
Okay.
How many lakes are out there?
Probably a lot.
Probably a lot. You're right.
The one big one is Lake Cleellum. Were there boats on the lake?
So not a ton where we were.
Okay.
And what was interesting is, so Chad got, I'm jumping around. I apologize.
That's okay.
Chad was tasked with taking all of the children on a little like a
tube?
What are those called? Not a tube. This was before we left. It's not a golf cart. It's like a heavy duty,
like a raptor raft.
Yes.
That one of those things.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. And so
I saw the picture of that.
Okay, so we say, okay, bye, we'll see you. And Chad's like, okay, where am I going? I've never been here. And he's like, Peter is like, well, just follow me. But basically you're going to cross over the street once we leave the neighborhood, and you're going to go to the left, and then it'll be your first right. And then Peter's like, but Hart knows where to go. So just, listen to him. Chad's like, I'm going to take the 10-year-old's advice. Okay, got it. So he's going, and Chad ends up being the first in line and crosses the street and starts to go to the right through a driveway. And Peter crosses the street and goes to the left. And then we're the third car. And I'm like, what do we do? So Kelly and I are kind of waiting, like maybe Chad's going to come back around. We don't see him. We start to go left, and I just see Chad in the distance going to the right, and we're going left. I'm like, he doesn't know this area. None of our cell phones work.
Oh, no.
He's with 25 children.
Jeez.
Felt like there was only 8, but
that's a lot,
felt like
kids.
a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's just him. He's the only adult.
It's just him.
Wow.
And he's getting destroyed by the children.
Yeah.
They finally figure out how to get to us, and we catch up. And he was like, they were all, because he's like, all these kids, little ones, like trying to be safe. And I guess he's driving kind of slow. And he doesn't know where he is. So he gets lost. Anyway, so it's fine. We made it. Anyways, that was the 4th. We get down to Suncadia. We get out of the car. It's cold and windy. And we'd come with like jackets and layers and those things. But once we got to the area, we're like, okay, as soon as we get some food and drinks, we'll be fine. We can hang out. There's fun music. There's all these activities for the kids. We get in line for food, and there's no service. Whatever their system wasn't working. They were refusing to take any cash or other forms of payment. So then we were kind of like, okay, now we've got kids getting face paint. We've got some kids playing the playground, but we're like, we don't want to stay here if we're not going to be able to eat, and we're freezing.
Yeah.
So we ended up staying for a little bit, getting some like activities done. And then we decided we were going to pick up pizza and go back to the cabin. So by the time we got our pizza and got home and ate, it was at 9-ish or so, and we were like, we're not going to load up the kids again and go back out to find fireworks. Yeah. So we ended up just staying in, and didn't see a single firework on the 4th of July. It was so funny. We were like, you know what? It doesn't matter. So that was the actual 4th. And then the next day we went to a river. So it was close to the lake area, but I mean, obviously they all like, that's not how it works. I was going to say, obviously all run into each other, but that's not right.
That's sometimes how it works.
Rivers go into lakes.
Sometimes. Not always.
Okay.
Usually.
Anyways.
I don't know my bodies of water that well.
I know. I just had this like thought in my head of wait, no. Lakes are just separate, and then rivers separate. Anyways, I'm sure it all runs.
All the bodies of water, a lot of them end up going into each other because they got to end up somewhere, right?
Well, but lakes can sometimes just be like glacier lakes that come up from the ground, right? And they're its own thing. It's not coming from a waterfall or a river.
Or it'll come from like ice melting. That's a glacial lake.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, if there's one thing I don't know,
it's water, bodies of water.
Bodies of water and how they actually work. Okay. That was fun. Everybody except for me went into this frigid river, and they went from the river to this rock island. And then all the kids were like jumping off of the rock and coming back into the challenge was from the river to the rock island. It got a little rapidy, like the current was really strong.
Yeah.
So the adults were all taking their littles over to it, and like every time they hit it, you could see all the adults like struggling.
Oh man!
And I was like, no way, I'm not putting myself in that.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Icy cold, and so I just was a little bit of a chicken that day, but But that was actually a really like the kids were loving it. They were, and then like at one point they were just kind of rafting down the river. Like it was really fun. And we were saying if that day was a lot warmer, like if this had been the weather we had on the 4th, we probably would have stayed longer and probably would have been a little more enjoyable. But anyways, and then we went back to the cabin, kind of packed up our stuff. Everybody else stayed an extra night, but we were wanting to get back. And so we ended up going into Clayella and we went to Drew Brew. Is that what it's called? Or Brew Drew?
Oh yeah. Yes, I do.
This like massive building out in like the end of Clayella where I was a little shocked to like see. I was like, oh, it doesn't feel like this fits in this town.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they have something. I feel
It's
like
cool.
Clayella needs to have more stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was fun to kind of see this thing. And it was, I mean, they had outdoor like tiny little putt-putt thing, and then they had cornhole and they had food trucks, and it was awesome. The event space there was really cool.
Yeah.
So we stayed, played some games and said goodbye to everybody there, and then we came home after that. So that was our 4th. Really quick, I'll just wrap up the whole weekend. Sunday, our family wakes up. We go to church, and then afterwards we get some lunch, and my girls have been wanting to do those touristy bike things down at Ruston.
Yeah.
It's like the fun wheel
little pedal
rentals.
things. Yep.
Yeah. So we went and did that, and I was thinking of you the whole time because I was like, this is how Austin feels riding his bike in a marathon. It was so hard.
Yeah.
First of all, it's actually a little, I don't know who to write to about this, but it's very discriminating because it's as if everybody has the same length of legs.
Oh yeah, you can't adjust your seats.
You couldn't adjust anything.
Yeah.
And I don't have long legs.
Yeah.
And so I was like on the edge of my seat, stretching my legs to the furthest point they would go.
Yeah.
And then pedaling my heart out. It was
How do kids do it then?
Well, they didn't.
Okay.
Kids don't pedal. Allie's taller than me, so she was fine. Pipes is just sitting there living her best life.
Dead weight.
Yeah. We made her get out and push us. No.
I think you have a nice, strong husband.
That's exactly what we counted on. And so we did a little bit of that. And then I think the rest of the day we just hung out, got ready for the week, did our grocery shop,
all the Sunday things.
Stuff. So yeah, anyways, that's my 4th of July weekend.
Cool. I love it.
And that's our show. So thanks
for listening, everybody. My brain is actually kind of dead this morning, so I'm gonna rely heavily on my notes instead of my memory.
Okay,
because it's all gone.
Just make stuff up.
I'm gonna make stuff up. So one note I had is that week before the 4th of July, I was in my car for 30 hours that week because we went to Chelan the previous weekend.
Yeah,
and then that week is when I did all my pop buys. So I drove to pretty much every single past client's house I've had over the last 10 years, pretty much between down here, like in the, down to Spanaway, all the way up to Everett, like everywhere in between. I was in my car.
In one day you did that?
And that was over 2 days. I think that was like 12 hours in 2 days. Oof. But then beyond that, it was literally 30 hours in 1 week in my car.
That's amazing.
A lot of car time.
Good thing you have a Tesla.
Good thing I have a Tesla and a lot of
Could you imagine all the gas you'd have to pay?
Oh my gosh. It's true. Okay. You good?
Something just made a noise.
You're popular this
morning. We are really blown up.
So many calls. Okay, so that was one note. Thursday, I was down at my parents' house, and I had left my bike there with the plans of riding it from Lakewood up to Renton. So I did that. So I rode my bike from Lakewood to Renton. It was a lovely ride.
Probably not as hard as riding the 4-wheeler around Ruston.
Probably not. It was probably a piece of cake compared to that.
Yeah.
And then I drove back down from our house in Renton to Lakewood with Brian. So basically drove my bike up, rode my bike up, packed up, and then we drove back down to my parents' house. So got there like at 10 p.m., hung out with my parents for a little bit. Friday was the 4th. I started the day with a 7.4 mile run for the 4th of July. 7.4 for 7.4.
So fun.
Very intentional. Felt good. It was just kind of a big loop around Lakewood, basically.
Okay.
Around the park.
Nice.
We went to the dog park with Stevie.
Yeah.
And then like you guys with your annual 4th of July parties, that's been my parents' tradition for my whole life, 25 years probably.
Wow.
Or I'm 30, but probably of my life, like 20 to 25 years of that they've done 4th of July parties.
So fun.
But now with Island Palooza being our big annual event, the 4th of July parties have gotten a little bit smaller.
Okay.
But still a great group.
Yeah.
We had lots of good food, did some boat rides.
Nice. Is the lake just bananas on the 4th?
It's really not, which is nice. So a lot of lakes are Lake Taps is, American Lake is, all the lakes with good boat launches and public parks are really busy.
Yeah.
Lake Stilcombe just doesn't have a good boat launch.
Yeah.
Which sucks for the public, but is great for the property owners on the lake because it's really not crazy on the 4th.
Yeah.
That is probably the busiest day of the year, but even so, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Fun day, a lot of just chatting, chilling with people, and it was a great 4th.
Your cousin is in town with her adorable baby.
Madison Christian, baby Wesley Slagle, the 9th.
The 9th, that's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah, so it's Christian W. Slagle the 9th, and then they got to pick the middle name, and they picked Wesley.
Okay,
and they're calling him.
Oh, that's kind of a cool way of doing
Wesley.
it.
Yeah,
pick the name. Yeah,
because they want.
have the letter.
Yes,
that you could pick.
There was a lot of pressure to have a male to continue this tradition. Oh, so thankfully they had a male for the first time, and it'll be great.
Cool.
That was the 4th. Saturday the 5th, we played pickleball in the morning with some of my parents' friends.
Was that where?
At Point Defiance.
Oh yeah, you told me. Okay,
yeah. So they, my parents' friends, Tina and Lisa, are big pickleballers.
Okay,
and so they brought their own net, and we played for couple hours, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
And then Brian and I were deciding where to go to lunch, and we were doing our little July challenge, and we're trying to eat healthy this month. Trying to eat healthy, and Brian's like, we're throwing out options. He's like, we go get salad somewhere, or sandwiches, or nachos. That was exactly what he said.
I'm just throwing out spitballing here.
He said those 3 things in a row, and I'm like latched on to nachos because he never wants nachos. Whenever we go to Mexican food, I want nachos. He always wants like something else. Yeah. And so I'm like, you want nachos? I'm like, let's go to Brewers Row because they have the best freaking nachos.
I literally, as you said that, first off, I love nachos. And second, I was gonna make, I wonder if he's ever gone to Brewers Row for their nachos.
I love it. Incredible nachos.
Agreed.
A little saucy. That's my one feedback. There's a little bit too much sauce on it in my and I'm usually not. I'm usually a big sauce guy. But 9.5 out of 10. So good.
I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ate those. That was our healthy lunch. And then
you earned it through the pickleball.
We also got a watermelon salad with it, which was amazing. It was like watermelon,
from
pineapple. Yep, it was a special that they had. Okay. Watermelon, pineapple, like some arugula, and then some like cotija cheese sprinkled on top.
Okay,
incredible, so good.
Fun/sad fact about me: not a watermelon fan.
I'm not a huge watermelon fan. I like it with tahini on it. The tahini, like spicy peppers stuff. Yeah. I put that on it, and that makes it a little more enjoyable for me. But I like a watermelon like margarita. I like the flavor. Okay. I like the fake watermelon flavor.
I'll tell you
more than real watermelon flavor.
Sour Patch watermelon and Jolly Rancher watermelon, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Anything else?
It's funny because those watermelon flavors really don't taste anything like watermelon.
That's probably why.
I don't quite get that. But let's see. We stopped by to see Stella that day.
Yes, thank you.
We took a nap on your couch outside because it was just so comfy, and just the dogs were playing, and we just kind of like sat down and we laid down, and it was great.
It's where we spend all of our time right now.
Do you take naps on that couch?
Well, yeah. And this last weekend, not to spoil anything, but we invested in a TV for out there. Now we have a new setup against that wall. Okay. So we rearranged the couch, but against that back wall where it's covered, we added a TV out there. That's awesome. Now I just feel like, why you go inside?
There's something about like an outdoor movie that just feels very special.
Yeah.
Will you be able to use it like winter time? Like it's pretty covered.
Yes. And we invested in a cover for it as well.
I love that you're saying invested.
Listen, it wasn't an investment. It wasn't cheap.
Not purchased. We invested.
It's going to give back on our return, you know. Yeah. And so, but I'll have you know, outdoor TVs, which we didn't go with, can be really expensive. Like,
are they waterproof if they're outdoor?
Thousands of dollars. I don't know. I didn't just stop looking. I was like, never mind. Just get a regular TV and a cover.
Yeah. Yeah. A cover for the TV?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's like it hasn't come yet, but you can do a couple different options. There's some that are like hard plastic that clip over and cover it. And then this one, I think it's like a fabric-y one, but it zips over. So then if it does get anything on it, it's supposed to be protected.
Oh, so you put the cover on when you're not using it, and you take the cover off.
Correct. Okay. You wouldn't have the cover on when you're trying to watch.
That's what I thought you meant. I thought there was like a plastic, like a screen protector thing, and they would have this this fog over it. That would not be ideal. But, okay, we took a nap on your couch. We went back to my parents' house. We did a lot of wedding planning that weekend.
Nice.
4th of July weekend. Okay. So probably did like 5 hours of wedding planning that Saturday, and then 5 hours the next day on Sunday.
Oh my God.
Got a lot done, which feels
like your wedding's done.
It's still some stuff to do. Okay. Who knew that wedding planning was such a big undertaking?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Our hotel is full, which has been a big stressor.
Oh, good.
So
yes.
Officially full.
Booked.
Getting our deposit refunded, which feels great. And that's nice. a big like weight off my chest in regards to wedding planning, because that has been more challenging than I thought it would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild when you're done, like the wedding's over
Yeah.
and you have all this free time now.
It's gonna be great.
And you're like, what do I do with this?
I know. What are we gonna do? We're gonna figure something out. Sunday, packed up kind of early, my parents' house,
Okay.
and then drove home. Oh no, we went to the dog park again, stopped by, went to Costco, drove home. We unpacked everything, and
Nice.
then more wedding planning. I wrote down 10 plus hours of wedding planning that weekend. So
Between wedding planning and driving in your car, it's a full week.
that really, you're right. Yeah, that's a 40-hour week
40
of
hours.
just wedding planning and driving. If you add in pickleball, that's another probably 10
Man.
hours.
Wild.
Busy bee. So that was that weekend.
Okay.
I'll save New Orleans for a minute. How was this most recent weekend for you?
This most recent
weekend.
It's a tongue twister. Was good. Not too crazy. Friday, Chad was working overtime.
Okay.
And
OT.
OT, if you will. Allie went to a birthday party, and so so I had wait, what did you say?
I said BP. I'm just gonna start acronyming everything you say.
So Piper had a pool party.
PP.
PPP. So we hosted that. So so I dropped Allie off at her party. Piper's friends come over, just 3 other girls, and it was fun. My friend Carrie came. We co-hosted a little gathering for them. So we did make your own pizzas to start, and then they did a little craft. And then they went swimming. I'm like waiting for the thing. Yeah, and then they did a Sunday bar.
Okay,
and it was great. It was fun.
I'm sorry, Sunday bar?
Like an ice cream sundae.
Gotcha. That's not when you're getting full wine drunk at church.
Correct. That's not
different Sunday
with 10-year-olds. Yeah, no. Sounds fun though. So that was great. By the time everybody left, it was like 5:36 or so, and so it was just Piper and me, and so we just kind of hung out. We watched the new Zombies movie, which I'm sure is on your list.
The new Zombies movie,
Disney.
You're joking? Is that okay? What are you? I'm like, I don't know about this Zombies movie.
Zombies is a Disney movie. There's 4 of them.
Okay.
And I will say the original Zombies movie had some great music to it.
Really?
You could catch me listening to it without my kids around.
Wow.
I was that into it.
Yeah. Animated, right?
Huh?
Animated?
No.
Oh, live action.
It's live action.
Okay, nice.
It's like, I don't know if you've ever seen Teen Beach or Descendants, with your nephews. I don't know. There's these kid movies that Disney puts out, and whoever choreographs and writes the music for them, I am like, props to you, because it's very entertaining. This last one, the 4th one, when you get to number 4, you're kind of like, guys, we're really
grasping at straws. Yeah.
Jinx.
GAS is.
So
you're like, shut up. No more freaking acronyms.
I'm like trying to put it together when you say the letters. I'm like, and so that was me and Pipes. And then Allie got dropped off a little bit after 10, and we just crashed after that.
Nice.
And then Saturday, we'll just do our whole weekend. Saturday, Chad gets home, brings us Chick-fil-A as we do on Saturday.
Yep.
And then we went to Show Your Listing.
Nice.
Beautiful. Your listing in Lakewood is stunning. I don't know how I missed your marketing stuff around it, but I didn't realize the green space that it was in.
Yeah.
And it was great.
If anybody wants to buy,
and also it's available.
It's going to be available for probably 2 more weeks, and then we are renting it out.
Okay, well, get it while you can.
Yes.
So the people I showed it to, very thorough. I mean, we were taking pictures of outlets. We were videoing everything. Wow. Open to the pantry. It was quite the process.
Yeah.
So we were there for over an hour.
Oh my goodness.
And so, it was, I think for him, it's the first time he's buying a home.
Yeah.
So checking everything out. For her, she's had experience before, so she was a little bit more relaxed. And they also had a baby.
Okay.
So she was kind of with the little one for a bit. So anyways, met with them. Unfortunately, they are looking for something different. And they also told me, which was interesting, she is doing self-representation and hiring a real estate attorney.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I thought I didn't push too much on it because it was via text that she was sharing this with me. But I guess the thought would be maybe you negotiate in your contract because you're not going to have a buyer's agent commission.
Okay.
So because you're representing yourself,
Yeah.
you could use the
Offer
Fires
less or
Agent
something.
Commission to do something. I don't, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't ask that. That was the only thought that could come to me as far as like why you would want to go that route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she know in Washington that most sellers pay the buyer's agent commission?
I would assume so.
Okay.
But again,
she'll have to pay her attorney.
Yes.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know if it's more cost effective to pay an attorney than what you would save on commission.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like hiring an attorney makes sense if maybe like in a super complicated sale or like something super off.
Right.
Like different.
Or an off-market opportunity.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand.
Yeah, and they're coming here from Hawaii, so maybe different rules. I know when we lived in North Carolina, you use real estate attorneys instead of escrow companies.
Oh, interesting. Well, New York and attorneys involved too,
right? So I was thinking maybe they just have different things, but also there's a little bit of me that was like, it was over an hour for one showing.
Yeah,
maybe we're not the best fit for you.
Dodged a bullet.
No, I don't know. I would have loved to help them. Anyways, moving on. Saturday afternoon. So after that, we went and we picked up my friend Denise's girls. So Emma and Camila are each girl is 1 year older than my girls.
Okay.
They came over and swam in the afternoon, hung out with us for a bit, and then Chad and I took them back home, and he and I had a little date night. We went to Greenhouse in Gig Harbor. Have you been there?
Nope.
It's kind of nice.
Is it a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
Okay.
I had won a gift card at our school auction. I had never picked it up.
Nice.
So we went there and used it. We shared a giant tomahawk steak for two.
Yeah.
Really,
Can I just respond to something you just said real quick?
please?
The number of times I've gone to a restaurant because I have a gift card for that restaurant, but then I forget to use the gift card and I just pay with my credit card instead. I bet that's happening to me over 10 times.
Wow.
I don't know why. I just forget. I have the gift card in my pocket and I go to pay. And I just totally forget I have it. That's such a common occurrence for me. So
I don't think that would ever happen to me.
Really? It's such a weird. I always go. I have all these gift cards from different things, and I always every once in a while I'll be like, hey, let's use a gift card, and we'll like go somewhere with that intent and then not use it.
That's funny.
It's very frustrating.
That's hilarious. You're like, oh, guess we have to come back.
So your tomahawk steak.
So tomahawk steak, garlic mashed potatoes, asparagus, and then we had creme brulee for dessert.
Yum.
It was delicious.
It's a great meal.
It was a great meal. We had a blast. And then we walked over to Home Goods and I decided to purchase a splash pad for Stella.
Nice.
Chad was adamant she would hate it. She was like, you're wasting your money. It was $10. I was like, I'll waste $10 for my dog any day.
Yeah.
It's
just
cheap.
That's cheap.
So hot. Well, guess what? It's the size of this table.
Okay.
So small.
Yeah.
So I should have known when like on the cover it had like a little French bulldog on the thing, and what was funny, I was checking out and the gal at the register was like, oh my gosh, my sister's golden retriever would destroy this, and our dog's being half golden. I was like, oh really? Would she? I was like, why is that? So as I'm purchasing, I'm already regretting. And so then anyways, we get home. That was the day that the TV got delivered.
Yep.
So we installed that, and then we started to watch something out there with the girls, and I obviously just fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday,
something about is it outside a movie.
No, I'll tell you what.
Breeze
I told
going.
Chad, I said this is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Because it's been so comfortable at night outside.
Yeah.
And it's so peaceful out there, and there's just this like hum of a background sound. There is no shot for me to stay awake out there.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sunday, the girls and I, Chad was out golfing. The girls and I, we worked in the nursery at our church. After that, we came home and we waited for Chad to get back. And then we went over to our friend. So, I've got a listing coming up. We went over to their house to prep some stuff there.
Nice.
And then we had dinner with them and then came home and again swam, started the Sandlot.
Nice.
Outside with the girls. And I think I saw like the opening credits,
Yeah.
and then the back of my eyelids again.
Yep.
So that was my day.
The only way I'm able to stay awake at a nighttime movie, an evening movie or show, is to be doing something on my phone. Like I have to be working or like on social media.
Right.
If I'm not, I'm immediately asleep.
What do you think that means?
That we all need more sleep. We're just tired.
We're just tired.
We have a lot going on.
We need naps. Yeah. So that was my most recent.
That was Sunday. That was your whole weekend.
That was my whole weekend.
Okay, I love it. That's a great weekend. Two evening naps. You kidding me?
By evening naps, you mean went to bed?
Yeah.
That's
to bed.
exactly.
The worst part though is because you're outside, you fall asleep, and
I
then you have to
hate it.
get up. Do you brush your teeth,
Oh.
or you just crawl right in the bed?
Well, I'll be honest. Yesterday, I could sense it. Like Chad and Pipey were swimming, and I was like, I can feel myself getting real tired and lazy.
Yeah.
So I went, brushed my teeth, washed my face, did all
Nice.
of that before we started the sand laps. Because
Very
like, I'm
smart.
setting myself up for success
Yeah.
tonight. The night before, I fell asleep, and I think I just crawled to bed.
Yeah. That's
No
fine.
brushing
You gotta
teeth.
do that once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Every dentist recommends that. Every once in a while, you gotta
They
mix up the
actually
routine.
do. No.
Yeah, you can't brush your teeth every night.
Oh, gross. That's too much.
No, you gotta mix. Your teeth gotta like be like they don't know if you are too consistent. Never mind, I'm gonna lose that.
Keep them on edge.
Yes.
Keep them guessing.
Yes.
Will I see floss
I
this
have heard
week, this month?
I heard some actor like I don't know, Michael Bublé or somebody. He's a singer, whatever.
So
Oh my
random.
gosh, I heard him give that recommendation for skincare. Like if you do the same skincare every day, your skin's gonna start like it's gonna know what's coming. It's gonna revolt against it, but you just gotta mix it up. Like use different moisturizers depending on the day. Like
that's my motto with food.
Yeah,
like don't eat super healthy.
No,
then like throw yourself a cheeseburger every other day or so.
Every day.
Okay, your turn.
Last weekend, we're doing good. Do you have to leave at what time?
Like 11:45.
Okay, so I'll get through this in 5 minutes or so. So I was in New Orleans this weekend. I feel like I've lived a lot of lives in the last 3 days. I really do.
I will tell you what.
It's been a weekend. Okay, so Chad and I flew to New Orleans together. Everybody else got there Thursday.
Right.
We got there Friday.
Right.
So we got there day late. And
dollar short.
Was that?
Day late, dollar short.
Dollar short. Okay, so Chad's girlfriend Cecily is a flight attendant with Alaska.
Yes.
And so when you're a flight attendant, you get to name one person that also gets your same flight perks that can fly standby.
Perfect.
So Chad can fly standby pretty much anytime he wants.
Okay.
And he can bring a guest with him. So he was able to bring me on standby on the way there, which is great. Went on without a hitch. We, had picked our flight ahead of time. There were enough open seats that we were able to get on the flight.
Okay.
No problem. We were like sitting next to each other. We had a seat in the middle of us. It was great.
Great deal.
Beautiful thing. We got to New Orleans at around 4 p.m.
Okay.
2-hour time change. So 2 p.m. our time, 4 p.m. their time.
Yep.
Got to the Airbnb. Everybody was already checked in. Got right at it. So
jumped right in.
Bachelor party weekend.
Yeah.
And kind of a stereotypical what you would think of when you think of a bachelor party weekend, which was great.
I hate to poke holes in your story here, but I don't know if I would consider gator hunting typical bachelor activity. When in Rome.
What about when there's also pedals involved and beer holders throughout? Does that feel more like a bachelor
you
party?
did it?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the pedals were useless. They didn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
There was a boat captain who was driving the ship around.
Okay.
But there were these pedals. It really did nothing.
Because we did one of those in Texas where it's the paddle boats.
Yes.
And you think, oh, this is so fun. Everybody looks like they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And then you do it and you're like, this is actually horrible and so hard.
Yeah. So these pedals were just there as like a novelty.
You were just
it didn't really
pretending.
It did nothing. But,
got it.
Okay, so Friday night, we went to a nice dinner, which was like kind of Cajun Creole food. I don't know. I don't know the difference. I think there is a difference between Cajun and Creole. I don't know which one we had, but it was like I think I had like a fried chicken thing. Other people got like all sorts of different seafood, and they had like grits and like crawdads. I don't know, whatever you eat in New Orleans.
Sounds right.
Did that, and then we had a night out in NOLA.
Hey,
New Orleans, as they say. Nolans.
Is that how they say it?
I do. Wow. Nolans.
I like NOLA.
NOLA. As in no laws.
When you're drinking the claws.
Have you been in New Orleans?
Yes, but a long time ago, like before Hurricane Katrina.
Okay. It feels like no rules. It's very
Wild West
Vegas-esque.
Yeah.
But like almost more extreme.
Okay.
In my mind.
Wow.
Like
Had you been there before?
I'd been there one time when I was like 18.
Okay.
So not really the full experience.
Yeah.
Like Bourbon Street, which is where all the bars are.
Yes.
Like you can walk down the street with your drink.
Okay.
You can like most bars will let you.
I do that all the time.
That's true. You live your life like you're NOLA. You can like go into a grocery store, like a gas station or whatever, with your drink in your hand. You can like walk from bar to bar with drinks. People are smoking in and out of every place.
Wow.
Like it was different.
Interesting.
Definitely like a party town.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we had dinner like at 7 on Friday. Then we went to a lot of bars, and I think we were out to like 4 a.m. Friday night.
Wow.
And 3 or 4, we ended up at a casino, and then back at the Airbnb around 3 or 4 ish.
Okay.
Yeah, long late
Give or
night.
take. And that was the same day you had traveled.
Same day we traveled.
Yeah.
So that's just the beginning. Let me
So
keep it going here.
Here
So that's Friday night, and I'm gonna keep it like I'm not gonna share like a lot of these. I don't even know.
Why do it?
I want to like feels like I'm tattletaling on the Bachelor group. I'm not. Okay. So that was Friday night. Saturday, I think I woke up at 9, so we went to bed like at 4, so like 5 hours sleep that first night.
Not enough.
I woke up at 9 after 5 hours sleep. I didn't get into a bed until 36 hours later.
What?
I went to bed at 9 a.m. I didn't get into a bed. I slept. I had closed my eyes and slept in planes and things.
Oh no!
But I didn't get back into my bed until 7 after 7:30 p.m. the next night.
That's too long.
Which would be 9:30 p.m. in New Orleans time. So over 36 hours.
What?
Wild. Okay, so Saturday.
Okay, break it down. How did that happen?
So here's how that 36 hours went. So Saturday, I woke up before other people. I was like, I really want to get my steps in because the night before it was like 11:30 p.m. 11:30. I was only like 7,000 steps, so I had to leave the bar we were at and walk around New Orleans for like 30 minutes to finish my steps that night because I have a freaking 1,000-day streak. I got to keep it going.
Oh my gosh!
I literally at one point I got a bunch of texts. I'm like, "Where are you at, Austin? Well, you good?" And I'm like, "I'm good. I'm just finishing my steps. Just give me a second here."
Just getting my steps.
So that was Friday. So Saturday, I'm like, I want to get my steps out of the way early. So I woke up, went on like a long walk to get my steps in. That was why I woke up at 9.
That is commitment.
Nice walk around the city, like saw the sights of New Orleans because up to that point I had just seen the bar street, so I wanted to like experience a bit of the rest of it. We went on a boat cruise that day, so I think we got to the boat thing at like noon. It was like a 2 or 3 hour thing. We did see some gators.
You did.
There was when we got there, it was like pouring down sideways rain, like rough weather.
Yeah,
which we found out is a thing in New Orleans. Like it's just like crazy weather in this time of the year.
I feel like we would get that in North Carolina where it would be like these like crazy afternoon thunderstorms and then clear up and just be like muggy.
Totally, yeah.
Hot.
Super hot, super muggy the entire time. Like you walk outside, you're sweating within 2 minutes. So the boat cruise, saw some gators. Our tour guide was awesome. Kind of funny, like within 2 minutes of the boat cruise starting, he pulls up his phone and he's like live streaming to like through his TikTok or Instagram or something.
Yeah.
And he's doing that for probably 30 minutes.
Wow.
Like he's like engaging with us, interacting with us while he's on this live stream, talking about like the gators and all the different stuff.
Okay.
And he keeps like showing us, showing the group. And it's like, he never told us ahead of time that he was live streaming. Like never got our consent to be on camera or anything live. Yeah. And so that part was kind of funny as we're all just like drinking beers on this boat. Like it was just kind of funny. But he was very fun. Okay. Saw some gators. We got back to the house a little while later and there was the craziest storm I've ever seen, the craziest thunderstorm I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We were by the pool and all of a sudden just like starts coming down. So we like get in the sauna to escape. Our Airbnb was pretty cool. I had the sauna pool area. And while drying off after the sauna, I hear the loudest thunder noise I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
It sounded like
it hit your house.
It sounded like it hit the house.
Yeah.
But that happened over and over again for the next like hour and a half, 2 hours. Like it sounds like a truck is crashing into the house over and over again. It's wild. And then a couple of hours later, it's just like dry, sunny,
crazy,
like it never happened. So that was wild. We were like not even sure if we'd be able to go out because the weather was literally like streets were flooding. Like we ordered Airbnb we ordered Uber Eats because we couldn't, like, we don't want to walk down the street.
We're not going to walk, but we'll make somebody else drive our food.
We did feel bad about that. We didn't actually think about that part of it until he walks up to us with an umbrella, wrenched. Literally, the road is like flooded.
Yeah,
and so feel bad. We tipped him. We gave him a nice
good job. And he's like, this is what I do. Yeah, like I live here. He's used to it.
Totally. Yeah. We were not. We were the outsiders.
You were like, is it safe? And
yeah.
He was like,
what? The rain subsided. We went out to another dinner. It was a great like you know where times where there's like a nice restaurant and then next door there's like a more casual version of that nice restaurant.
Sure.
Have you seen that? So there's like a butcher shop next to this nice restaurant. The butcher shop had these great sandwiches and like just an amazing meal.
Yeah, that's
like
fun.
For anybody going to New Orleans, I don't actually know the name, but shoot me a message and I'll send you the name.
If you see a nice restaurant and then a butcher shop, that's probably
it starts with a C. It's like Kachika or Kachina. It's not Casina. It's something else, but amazing. We got dinner probably like at 7 or 8 again.
Okay.
And we were out again until about 4 a.m.
Okay.
It's a lot of bars. We went to the same bar 2 nights in a row, which was this karaoke bar.
Oh,
so fun.
Yeah.
We were there each night for a couple hours. Just people were singing, and it was the best time. It was such a fun karaoke bar. It's called the Cat's Meow.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Love it.
We're out again until 4. A lot of bars. We went to the casino again, and so out till 4.
How'd you do at the casino? Any
I
winnings?
didn't gamble, but people. Oh, man, somebody lost a lot. Not gonna say who, not gonna say how much, but somebody lost a good chunk of change.
Like, are we talking over 1,000?
Around there.
Higher or lower?
Right around, a little lower.
Okay.
A little lower.
Okay.
About $900 somebody lost. But
it's a bummer.
Yeah, it was a bummer. But I was just one person I knew.
So what are you doing when everybody's gambling?
Just sitting there.
Okay.
Giving my advice.
Yeah.
You should do this. You shouldn't. Don't do that.
I said me too. He did it anyways.
Yeah, so I'll just share. I'm not gonna say who it was, but the person who lost $900 bet 500 on black, which is like, have you been in casinos much?
Listen, I've heard of that term, like bet it on black.
Yeah. So that's like it's roulette. So it's where this thing's spinning and there's a ball that lands. There's either black or red mostly, and then there's 2 that are like green or something else. But almost every single time it lands on either black or red.
Yeah.
So you have basically a 50-50 shot.
Okay.
And he bet $500 on black and won it. So he started 500, he went up to like above 1,000.
Yeah.
And then then he lost it all within 2 minutes of that. It went from a very high to a very low.
I mean,
in like
that's
2 minutes.
why people are addicted.
Yeah.
It's like, I could see that being so tempting.
100%. Because you're like, oh, it's 50-50. I won.
In 1 minute, I got $1,000.
Yes. Yeah. So that was sad to see, but it was still fun time. We got back to Airbnb at 4 a.m. Okay. So on the way down there, on the way to New Orleans, we had great standby experience. Because with the whole flight, with the whole like perk, you don't actually book your tickets. You just get a flight standby. So you're banking on a few seats being open and you being able to take standby.
Right.
So Chad was like the whole weekend looking at this flight, making sure it was good. There were like 10 seats left. Like we're like, oh, it's gonna be totally fine. Yeah. That morning at 4 a.m. we look and there's 1 seat left on this flight. And it was like a 7 a.m. flight. Okay. So we were out till 4. Yeah. We're like, okay, we gotta get to the airport. So we leave for the airport at 5.
Why would you go if you knew there's only 1 seat?
Because there's a we Googled ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like what percentage of people just don't show up to their flight?
Yeah.
And it's like 5% on average of people who book a flight don't show up for one reason or another.
Okay.
So we were banking on at least one person not showing up.
So then there'd be 2 seats.
There'd be 2 seats. Okay. Yeah. Because there was 1 seat open. We were in the spots 1 and 2 on the standby list.
Okay.
So we just need one person not to show up to the flight.
Yeah.
We get to the airport. We are out till 4. We leave for the airport at 5. Get there, get through security, everything. It is insanely busy for a Sunday morning at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like the most, like, airport's crazy.
Yeah.
Get to our flight and it's nothing. It was not one person didn't show up.
You didn't try to like sabotage somebody to be like, you know what?
We thought about it. We're like,
what would it take for you not to get on that?
It was really tempting. We were throwing out numbers like, how much would you pay to get on this flight right now? Because if we had gotten on that flight, if one person hadn't have shown up, we would have been home at 10 a.m. yesterday morning. But
instead,
flash forward, we got home like after 7 p.m.
Ooh.
So
boo that.
Okay, so I'm gonna get through this as quick as I can here. Okay. So we missed this flight. We are like looking at other flights out of New Orleans to get to Seattle.
Yeah.
There's like 3 flights a day.
Okay.
The next 2 are both completely full, overbooked, so no chance we're getting on those flights. So we're like, okay, we gotta get out of New Orleans because we're not. Yeah. So we end up paying for a flight to Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Which was like an hour and a half later.
Yep.
So we get on that flight, we get to Austin.
Yeah.
This whole time, I'm just like kind of in and out of
consciousness. I was just going to say, how are you doing?
Like I've been drinking that night.
Right.
Like, I'm a little bit I'm not like drunk, but I'm like kind of hungover.
Yeah.
And also haven't slept.
Yeah.
And like.
That already feels like you're hungover when you don't sleep.
I feel hungover today and I haven't had a drink in a long time, but
5
still.
minutes minimum.
Yeah. So there's something.
Yeah.
Don't ask what's in here. Okay, so I feel like I'm really not a human. I feel like a zombie. Speaking of your zombie show, that's how I was the whole day yesterday.
Turns out it's a reality show about Austin's travel.
Oh my gosh. We get to Austin, Texas. Also crazy busy. Like so many people at the airport. What's going on? And
why is everybody traveling first thing on a Sunday morning?
Super limited options out of Austin too. Like there's 2 flights to Seattle. One of them's like 1:30 p.m. The other one's at like 6 p.m. Like, okay, 6 p.m. flight. No way. I would rather just get a hotel.
Yeah.
1 p.m. or whatever, 1:30 p.m. flight. Okay, there's a few spots open on that. Like it's looking good.
Yeah.
But then we're looking at the weather app. There's all these like weather warnings of like thunderstorms, flash flooding potential in Austin. So we're like, great. Like, should we need to get out of this airport soon? Like, should we try to get to another flight to another city?
Oh my gosh.
Sooner? So we're looking at every single flight available. We're like thinking like we could go to Denver, we could go to LA, we go to San Francisco, like looking at all these options. Or like some of them are like $350 for a ticket because the standby options aren't great.
Right.
So we like are thinking about it for a long time. We ultimately decide like we're gonna stay here.
Okay.
Hope that the weather doesn't become an issue.
Yeah.
It does become an issue. So
surprise.
All of a sudden we start seeing flights canceled left and right. Flight delays. Like we're seeing the rain come down.
Yeah.
Flights aren't landing, so they're literally we're here about all these planes just circling in the sky, waiting to land.
Gosh.
Flights getting diverted to other cities, and we're like, well, great. And meanwhile, still, I'm just like, Chad's not sleeping. He like doesn't sleep at all the whole time. Oof. I'm like kind of in and out, like dozing. I buy a neck pillow, I buy a blanket.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm just gonna like do what I can.
Yeah,
Chad's figuring it out. I'm just gonna sleep.
I'm just gonna trust him. Be his princess passenger.
Exactly. So. We get delayed multiple hours. I think so the flight was at 1:30. I want to say we left at like 5, almost 5. So like it was delayed like 3 to 3.5 hours.
Okay.
And then thankfully we're good. Like the flight takes off.
Okay.
The main concern was that with flight attendants and with pilots, they can hit like time out.
Yes.
For X number of hours, they can't fly anymore. Right. So we're like, and that would have happened, but I guess they brought in a backup crew to cover it. But that was like the main concern is that we're going to actually get on this flight and then they're like, oh, sorry, we timed out.
By the way.
Yeah. And then we'd have to get back off the plane. So
that is the absolute worst.
We thought that was going to happen. We took off. It was great. Made it home. We think we landed, I want to say around 7. We are maybe 6:37. We're on the tarmac for like 40 minutes.
Why?
Like, it will not pull into the gate. I don't know why. It was just ridiculous.
Oh, no.
People keep standing up because people have all these connecting flights.
Yeah.
The flight attendant keeps...
Maybe if we stand, it'll go...
I don't know. I don't know what people were thinking. At least 3 or 4 times, the flight attendant yells over the intercom, like, sir, sit down right now. Sir, close the overhead bin. Ma'am, we cannot move this plane if you're standing. Like, screaming at people. It's very stressful. Finally get in. There's a horrible traffic to get home. So 405 is literally closed right now.
I know.
So,
I'm very familiar.
On the weekends. So it takes me so long to get home. I finally get home after 8 and I am asleep within 30 minutes. I kind of unpack quickly, say hi to Brian and CV, and I take a half thing of NyQuil because I'm like, I'm either going to sleep great or I'm going to sleep horrible.
Yes.
So I take a half thing of NyQuil and I slept for like 11 hours last night.
Wow.
Yeah. And still feel horrible. I still feel horrible, but you know what?
What a ride.
It's been a crazy few days.
Okay, so wait, how long were you actually in New Orleans?
We got there at 4 p.m. on Friday, and we left Sunday at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
So
it
24...
It took you longer to get there and home than it was
like
you were actually there.
I think we were there for maybe is that 30 hours or no? 32 hours. I don't know. I can't do fast math right now, but yeah, not a
Your brain's
time,
not.
But the amount of stuff we did in that time was like, it feels like a lot. I feel like we lived a lot of lives.
Had some good food.
Great food, great time.
Wow. What a wild ride.
And I'm here. I'm alive.
Yep.
Busy. I have a lot of important meetings today.
Okay.
This afternoon.
Listen, good luck.
So, we're gonna get through
You're gonna do it.
Yeah,
you're gonna do it well. Okay.
Thanks everybody for listening.
70th episode in the books.
Jamie.
Okay, bye.
Bye.